Hello, I'm Tim Krul. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central. Welcome back to a match review. It's nice to see Norwich City back, isn't it? Norwich City 0, Southampton 3. Southampton deserved to win the game 3-0, if not more. It was Norwich City's worst performance. Probably Norwich City's worst performance of the season. We was absolutely dreadful. We looked lethargic. There was no game plan. And, you know, I can take us losing games. I remember the opening day of the season when we lost 4-1 to Liverpool, and there was a game plan and we was playing with this style of play. We had this philosophy we was playing. There was no philosophy on that pitch. The players were dreadful. There was no game plan. It was just a couple of long balls. We tried to play this new formation, which didn't work. It was atrocious. It was pathetic. It was embarrassing. All those superlatives you want to use. Norwich City were terrible. Fair play to Southampton. They played really well. Southampton's game plan was to press us high up the pitch, and they did that well and stopped us playing our brand of football. But Norwich were pathetic. There was no plan, and Norwich City are heading for the Championship like that, I'm afraid. Love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Subscribe to Norwich City Central if you're new for match reviews, previews, a new podcast series, and a lot more as well. A lot more Norwich City content. But yeah, Norwich City look like they're heading down back to the Championship. And I'm quite an optimistic Norwich City fan. I like to think of myself as being optimistic. But after watching that, I can't see us staying up. You know, there's a really good chance for Norwich City to win. If we won this game, we're only 3 points off 17th. And you've got winnable games coming up. And then suddenly when you go into these winnable games against Brighton, West Ham, Watford, you feel like, oh, wait, we can actually go on and win this game. You know, there's a real momentum, there's a real belief. But when you lose your first game in that manner, where you fail to defend, Southampton are running through you, and some players seem to give up, that is not good enough. That is not good enough. And yeah, it's just embarrassing. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Yeah, Norwich City decided to play a 4-4-2 formation with Dermot and Pukki up front. That didn't look like it worked. They had one nice bit of link-up play in the second half. That was it. Yeah, the formation didn't work. Don't know why we played the 4-4-2 formation. Was it to combat Southampton? I don't know. Get back to the 4-2-3-1, what we've been playing all season. But yeah, first 10 minutes, I think we started reasonably well. We looked up for it. Pukki and Cantwell were getting into some promising areas. It was almost a 4-2-2-2 with Buendia and Cantwell playing in the number 10 spots. And they looked good. Buendia with a couple of nice passes. And, you know, we created some good chances. Kenny McLean having a shot in the 6th minute, which went just wide of the post. Josip Dermich going through one-on-one with goal, but has a terrible first touch, and the chance goes. And Tribal as well, who I'll get into Tribal, you know, in a new video. He had a good chance as well, and Tribal was. Well, I'll get onto Tribal shortly. Don't worry about that. But no, Norwich City started well, but then you could see how the game plan and you could see how the game was going to unfold for the rest of the game. Southampton played really well. They pressed us really high up the pitch. So when we did have the centre-backs, Godfrey and Closer would have the ball, they'd play it into Tribal and McLean and then press them and then won the ball back in dangerous areas. They did that on numerous occasions. In the 18th minute, they did it. Godfrey was silly. He had a really poor game, and Ings went through one goal, and Godfrey came back to make a recovery tackle. In the 28th minute, Southampton had a corner. Stuart Armstrong with a nice shot, and Tim Krul made the save. Tim Krul was our best player probably, but I don't think any Norwich City player can really hold their heads too high after that. And as I was talking about, Norwich City losing the ball in dangerous areas, trying to play our style of football at times, but we'd lose the ball and then we'd just go long. So I guess we did try and play a style of football, but we was terrible at it, absolutely terrible. Tribal loses the ball and Ings ends up hitting the crossbar, and Norwich City can count themselves very lucky to go into the break 0-0. But it didn't stay that way for long. In the second half, in the 49th minute, a ball luckily breaks to Danny Ings and inside the box finishes to score his 16th goal of the season. Danny Ings is a fantastic Premier League striker and someone who's been excellent this season. And yeah, Southampton are going to stay up comfortably, and Southampton's manager is really good. I really like Ralph. They play this really good style of football, and they've got the players to play it. Norwich City, you know, I'm all behind Stuart Webber and I'm all behind Daniel Farke for the long-term future. I think Webber's been absolutely great as a sporting director, and Farke's someone who can develop youngsters. You saw Josh Martin come out on the pitch. So I think in the long-term future is good, but you need money, and you know, the Delia topic is one which I don't want to get into in this video, but you need money really to stay up. And you know, Stuart Webber's tried to make some signings, but ultimately we've been unsuccessful. And yeah, the blame does lie with the recruitment, I'm afraid, and not spending the money wisely, and obviously the injuries have played a part as well. But no, going back to the game, and we're getting to a good moment here. 54th minute, Stuart Armstrong in on goal, just on the edge of the box. Watch the highlight. You shouldn't really watch the highlights. I would kind of turn off Norwich City content, but Tribal, just make the tackle 20 yards out. He's right next to him, and it's half-hearted, it's lazy, it's pathetic, absolutely pathetic from Tom Tribal. We're in a relegation battle. Southampton, they're mid-table, they're fine. We're in a relegation battle, and Tribal not even trying to make a tackle. Pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Get Alex Tetty in there. I don't want to see Tribal play if he's going to put in that kind of effort. It was woeful. And fails to make the tackle, and Norwich are 2-0 down. In the 64th minute, Norwich City are on the counter-attack. Our only chance really of the second half. Pookie is in on goal, 12 yards out, and Southampton make a block. Jack Stevens makes a block. He's an excellent defender. And Pookie looked lazy. He looked rusty. Timu Pukki is someone who is one of my favourite players at Norwich, but he just was not at the races today. And and then in the 78th minute, Redmond made it 3-0, dribbling past Ben Godfrey like he wasn't there and dispatching it into the bottom corner. Norwich City lose the game 3-0. Didn't really create any chances. As I said, in the first half, we did try and play our style of football, but Southampton pressed us and we reverted to a long ball. In the second half, there was no style of football. It was terrible. It was pathetic. It was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Southampton cutting through us at ease, and even an optimistic Norwich City fan like myself, I think relegation's waiting for us, and particularly when Norwich City are a club who haven't spent a lot of money, and when none of these signings have been successful, you got to look at the recruitment and things like that. But we're in Norwich City's relegation. Norwich City, if we do get relegated, we'll look into why it was. But yeah, obviously injuries have played a part, but not having the money and not having quality players is not good enough. One of the reasons why we're going to go down. I'm absolutely gutted. Stick around for Norwich City content though. We've got Everton on Wednesday night. Norwich City need 5 wins from their last 8 games. It's going to be incredibly tough. It is doable, but on the basis of that Southampton game, realistically, is there a chance Norwich City are going to stay up? No, not like that. We've got the FA Cup to look forward to as well, but up against Man United, I'm quite fearful. I'm going to end my match review here. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'm absolutely gutted. Norwich, overall, Southampton pressed us really well. Some good counter-attacking football and some really good finishers. Norwich City completely lightweight. We played a 4-4-2 formation when we was completely overrun in the middle of midfield. Players like Tribal and Godfrey were lazy. And the whole Norwich City team weren't good enough. You can single out players, but the whole team weren't good enough. And Barker got the formation wrong. We got a lot wrong. And I'm really fearful. But that's it. Good the Premier League is back, isn't it? Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts down below, and I'll see you later.